Happy Friday the 13th. Again! Woo! It's pretty amazing. We got 2 in a row. And by 2 in a row, I mean not back-to-back week-wise, but month-wise. What's up, Doodlebugs? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm drinking beet juice. And who knows, maybe we'll see if I almost throw up later. Did you know that beet juice and beets can make you wanna puke a little bit? I remembered that the other day after I had some on an empty stomach and went for a walk, and it hit me. I could feel my heart going. I was sweating, and I kept it cool though. I kept it really cool. Nobody caught on that I know of. And I went home and I put real food in my mouth. Not that you're not real food, beet juice. Oh boy. I hope you've had a wonderful week. We've just been cranking away. I got a bunch of projects that I'm now juggling and trying to get under wraps. But last night we went up to Hollywood to go see the Infinite Monkey Cage, doing a live show up in Hollywood, which was really awesome. Just a lot of science stuff. I kind of feel like I may have been the dumbest person in the audience there because there's so many people laughing at little jokes that are made. I'm like, I have no idea what's being talked about. But yeah, it was really entertaining. Just, science talk, mind-blowing concepts. To anybody out there who is building Oculus Rift stuff, can we get a planetary, an observatory? That's the word. An observatory, but in the Oculus Rift so you can look around as you're flying through space. That would be fun. Just a request. Oh, yeah, it was fun though. But I was also reminded of how and why we don't go to Hollywood that much. Because we live in Culver City of Los Angeles. Hollywood and Los Angeles are kind of two different things. Hollywood is just madness. It's a little bit of madness. That's where this area in general is a magnet for people who have dreams and people who want to do things, but more importantly, people who need validation, myself included. So you go to Hollywood and that's kind of the brightest light that everything swarms towards. So there's just it's interesting, man. It's so interesting. We're walking to get dinner afterwards, and there's just a dude playing his acoustic guitar on his skateboard, just rolling down the sidewalk Of course, it's to be expected. It's pretty standard. But there's so much road rage last night, and I don't know. Maybe it had something to do with Friday the 13th. Everybody was just on edge, which was not cool to be driving through. We got yelled at twice, face to face by other drivers. The first time was kind of us, because Dante and I were not lost, but we weren't familiar with the road we're on. So it's a 2-lane road, and right at the light, our lane suddenly became a left-hand turn lane, no other options. And we're like, whoa, hey, we want to be over, we want to go straight. So we tried to nudge in, and then finally when the light went green, we had to kind of force our way in, which made the guy behind us upset. And I get that, yeah, you'd be upset. I've been that guy. And I'm like, that awful person. That's what I would have done. This guy elected to just honk on his horn a lot, and then when the road became another 2-lane road, pulls up to us, all the windows are down because it's Los Angeles and it's warm, and he proceeds to remind us of what awful people we are. And we're like, cool, man, cool, whatever. And then we were just driving nose to nose, almost just side by side for the longest time. And we kept glancing over, and he was not having a good night. And then the second near miss was more in Hollywood. Guy was just trying to shift into our lane, didn't see we were there. And everybody's windows were down last night. Must be Friday the 13th. And he sees us just in time. Dante's honking on the horn. This guy sees us. He elects to honk on the horn before swerving away, which probably is not the best choice. If you're ever in a near collision in a vehicle, swerve, then honk. Don't honk and then swerve. Just be safe and swerve. So He swerves and misses us. No, he honks, swerves, and then sings his anger at us. He was like, asshole! It was amazing. He was Muppet dancing. I'm not exaggerating. It was so great. You could almost see like the little metal rods holding his hands that were pretending to hold the steering wheel as he was driving. It was awesome. It was so funny. You can't get mad at that. And you really can't. We were talking about it, afterwards. Like, it makes you mad when some stranger yells at you, whether or not it's your fault. You bump into people sometimes, you make mistakes, you step on toes. And it's okay to be like, you can feel that way, but sometimes like people like take it to 11. God bless them. And I don't know. We were talking about it, and the conclusion was, anytime you run into that, you just gotta assume they're just coming back from a shopping trip to Bed Bath & Beyond. That's my theory. Because I've never had a good time in that place. Especially if I go there with friends. It seems really fun at first, and then you just get into an argument over rugs, and I don't recommend it. So, yeah. That's my epic story. Asshole! And the crazy eyes going on, too. That's how you know you're in Hollywood. I was going to show you a little sneak peek video thingy picture. It's a beaver. That's all. There's an explanation behind this. I spent most of the day setting up my Patreon account. I'm going to start doing a Patreon page and hopefully raise some extra funds to get ahead of videos and to hire people to help me out and get some projects moving and cover some of the regular costs that happen anyway. It's not officially launched yet, but if you want to get a head start on looking at the kind of things, wait, what's Patreon? I should probably explain that. So it's sort of like Kickstarter, but it's an ongoing thing. If you're familiar with Crash Course, SciShow, they have Subbable, it's like that. So like, if you want, you can pay a monthly subscription or donation pledge, I guess. And every month, you pay that much money and you get a little perk, you get some rewards in the meantime. And for me as a creator, then I have a budget so I can hire help that I need. And I'll have like more info on that. But yeah, it's patreon.com/MaryDoodles. And I think you can look at it. It's not officially launched yet, but there's some cool stuff there. So if you see something you want, and if you're like, I got extra cash and lend a hand. And I'm not saying this like, if you can't do it, like, don't feel bad. Like, I've been there. I'm there. That's why I'm doing this. So there, no weirdness. It's weird asking for money. I gotta do a whole video on that. But sometimes it's necessary. And I'm hoping that it'll help open doors that need to get opened. And keep the spaceship running. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I'm going to show you the beaver again, because this is going to be one of the perks that is going to start out with Patreon gifts, all that good stuff. It's a beaver. Glad we got that covered. Happy Friday the 13th, and I will see you next week. Beep, when my mom's in town. What?